But you know what? Bari Weiss says the rest of the world has gone mad. She's not talking about Mark Levin and the bullshit he just spouted. No. We, the left have gone mad, according to Bari Weiss.
Tens of millions of Americans who aren't on the hard left or the hard right who feel the world has gone mad. So in what ways has the world gone mad?
Well, you know, when you have the chief reporter on the beat of COVID for the New York Times talking about how questioning or pursuing the question of the lab leak is racist, the world has gone mad. When you're not able to say out loud and in public that there are differences between men and women, the world has gone mad.
Who told you that you can't say there are differences between men and women? What up, producer Dave? Welcome, Echoplex. You got here just in time for the crazy.
Rioting is rioting and it is bad, and that silence is not violence, but violence is violence.
We agree that rioting is bad, and we are against the January 6th riots. We are against the white supremacists that attacked the Minneapolis Police Department.
The world has gone mad when we're not able to say that Hunter Biden's laptop is a story worth pursuing. The world has gone mad when
she's on CNN saying this.
School children as young as kindergarten are being separated in public schools because of their race, and that is called progress rather than segregation. The world has gone mad. There are dozens of examples that I could share with you and with your viewers. And you
often say aloud.
Sort of
dozens of straw men she made up.
We're not allowed. We're not able. Who's the people stopping the conversation? Who are they?
Brian Stelter had you on to say it yourself.
Let work at networks, frankly, like the one I'm speaking on right now, who try and claim that, you know, it was racist to investigate the lab leak theory. It was.
But
I mean,
who
let's
said
just
that
take
at
an
CNN?
example.
But I'm just saying that when you say allowed, I just think it's a provocative thing you say. You say we're not allowed to talk about these things, but they're all over the internet. I can Google them. I can find them everywhere. I've heard about every story you mentioned.
You guys never shut the fuck up.
People are allowed to cover whatever they want to cover.
But you and I both know, and it would be delusional to claim otherwise, that touching your finger to an increasing number of subjects that have been deemed third rail by the mainstream institutions and increasingly by some of the tech companies.
You're making a fucking fortune off of it on Substack, aren't you?
Your children sometimes being demonized as well. And so what
How much did CNN pay you?
Internal self-censorship. This is something that I saw over and over again when I was at the New York Times. People saying to themselves, you know what? Why should I die on that hill? Why should I take the 3 or 4 weeks that it takes to smuggle through an op-ed?
By the way, let me go ahead, and I didn't put this on the list, but since she brought it up, and this is a good way to illustrate the point that she is wrong. It would appear that Betty White passing away actually broke the right-wing grip on the internet. Like the top trending stories. God damn it. How the fuck did I do that? Betty White's death breaks right-wing hold on Facebook news cycle. The right-wing news sources typically dominate Facebook by promoting polarizing articles, took a back seat this week as America reacted to news of beloved actress Betty White's death just weeks before her 100th birthday, with stories about White accounting for half of the top 10 links posted on the platform. The top link post on Facebook this week was from TMZ, which shared the breaking news. The post was shared more than 204,000 times. The only conservative news page that had any post in the top 10 this week was Dan Bongino's, whose post about the IRS reminding Americans to report stolen property as income came in at number 8. Right-wing figures commanded news sharing on Facebook throughout 2021, and there were often weeks where personalities like Ben Shapiro accounted for essentially all the top 10 link posts. So what were you saying, Bari Weiss?
doesn't suit the conventional narrative. I might as well commission the 5,000th op-ed saying that Donald Trump is a moral monster.
Good Lord. And then, by the way, this is being shared out on the Daily Wire by Matt Walsh. And I'm sure fucking Ben Shapiro shared it out as well. Because there's a whole fucking network that just goddamn regurgitates this shit and makes sure that it's trending. That's a good question. Is she a grifter or is she dumb? I think grifter. I mean, she was like an editor at the New York Times. She's probably, you know, highly educated. I'm going to guess grifter. Now, somebody who's just fucking dumb is Benny Johnson. Barry Weiss gave you some shit-ass examples of the world going crazy. I say this is a good example of how the fucking right wing has gone crazy.
Harry here. Harry helped my family come back from our trip in Nashville at the Daily Wire. And Harry, we were...
He probably got COVID.
And he said that he has been a traveling evangelist for his younger life for how many years?
We're out there about 40 years.
40 years traveling evangelist, went all over America.
Yeah.
All over America.
So your Uber driver talked to you about God.
Crazy time that we're going through right now, where people are stressed, where people are feeling like the world is out of control.
I wanted to play this for you guys because he said every American needs to hear this today.
Harry said some amazing things. I wanted to give him the floor.
All right, well, you don't expect this on your limousine trip, but he was talking about how crazy the world is getting today, and it really is. And I'm 73, and it's probably as crazy as I've ever known it. It gets crazier every day. But the thing that gets me up in the morning and be able to face today...
You grew up during segregation, you
God
fucking
is who
idiot.
He says he is. God is as big as he says he is. And in spite of all that's going on, God is still in control. It doesn't always look like it. I had a friend years ago that said something stuck with me. It says, with God, when it looks like he's not doing anything, he's doing something. When it looks like nothing's happening with God.
Now, Benny Johnson made this video to share out to his followers and make money, by the way. Make money.
All about it.
God wrote a book where he said, make not my father's house a house of merchandise, but Benny Johnson ain't going to miss an opportunity to get some clicks and some shares.
I mean, tomorrow night I'm ministering in my home church. One of the things I'm talking about is when Jesus was on the boat, he was asleep, and a storm came up. And the lake was not the problem. These fishermen had been on that lake all their lives, fished that lake and lived on it all their lives. The problem was not the water. The problem was when the wind came and stirred up the water. Then Jesus got up. When Jesus got up, limousine driver preaching, son.
He's a preacher.
But they're concerned. They're looking at
That's right. There, gotcha.
Hey, nobody wants to work anymore. This limousine driver is fucking talking about some God shit instead of doing his fucking job. I'm glad somebody came up and did. Benny Johnson thought this was going to be fucking good to post, too. I love this. Got interrupted like, hey, dude, do your fucking job.
I mean, but when he got up, he rebuked the wind.
I think Jesus is telling you something, sir.
He spoke peace to the lake, the water. We get concerned because we see the stirring in us, and we think that's the problem. There's something that's stirring up that causes that waves inside. So
let's get going now. Get back to work.
Understand there's outside forces, and if we
wow, this video is amazing.
Jesus Christ, then there'll be peace in the waters of our soul.
That is what people want to hear. Peace, the Prince of Peace. That is Jesus, and everyone's looking for peace in their lives.
Amen.
Yeah, such a beautiful message. Thank you.
I think somebody's wanting him to get back to his fucking job, and that's what they're looking for.
When you're in Nashville, you call Harry. You'll get a ride, and then you'll get a real ride.
Wow, these people have no fucking shame, no self-awareness whatsoever.